Today I'm delighted to have with me Andrew Tunks, Managing Director at Meteoric Resources. Thank you so much for your time today.
It's absolutely wonderful to be here. Thank you, Franca.
Andrew, tell me a bit about you and your background.
So I was really lucky to start my career as a geologist in 1987 at Western Mining in Cambalda. And from there ended up in West Africa working for Ranger Minerals and involved in the discovery of the Damang gold deposit in Ghana, and then made a uranium discovery in Botswana while we were looking for gold. It's now about the 10th largest uranium deposit in the world, and that was the transition for me from a wholly technical role into a more corporate role. I became the CEO of ACAP Resources. So it's been a wonderful journey all around the world that I probably never anticipated when I started.
Tell me about Meteoric Resources.
Well, Meteoric's been around for a long time. It's previously been a shell, and a group out of Perth called Advantage Management located a whole bunch of projects in Canada and vended them into the Meteoric shell. So they were projects that had nickel, copper, and specifically cobalt opportunities. Ultimately, we weren't particularly successful in the cobalt space, and about 6 months ago I said to the board, I think the cobalt price is collapsing. We haven't been successful in this exploration. Let's go and find a gold project.
I understand you've recently made an acquisition in Brazil.
We've made what I believe is one of the most exciting acquisitions of 2019, the Jurina gold project. This was an asset that was inside Crusader Resources. Crusader have had corporate difficulties after attempting to list on the London Exchange. We identified this as a small but incredibly high-grade gold opportunity. It's a very remote project on the southern edge of the Amazon in the state of Mato Grosso. In terms of virgin gold ground that's underexplored, I think this is an amazing field. It's part of the Alta Floresta belt, which, like the Patterson province in Australia, is going nuts at the moment in Brazil. So it's the hot exploration destination, and we're amazed that we've been able to grab a part of this opportunity.
How should investors think about Meteoric Resources?
If investors look at the grades and look at the drill intercepts of this company, they'll see that they're completely off the charts, amazingly high grade in these narrow vein systems. And I just think this is an amazing opportunity at a very poorly explored field. And I think we're going to show some great intercepts over our first drilling campaign, which will start in June.
Where do you see the company a few years from now?
One of the great advantages we have in Brazil is a legislation called the trial mining legislation. And the environmental hurdles and the monetary hurdles are much lower. So we would expect that pending positive exploration results in our early campaigns, that we can be in production within a few years. So I see a very bright future for this company.